Alright, welcome to the stream. Today we are just I'm going to be finishing up a few things on the other routes, but mainly I'm going to be trying to finish up labelling Eastleigh Works. So that's generally the aim of this stream and what I'm going to be doing today. The Transport Enthusiast, welcome back. What does it look like? Google Maps. Yeah, so as part of the route editor and train simulator, you can have a Google Maps overlay. The Google Maps overlay is really how all of this is possible. So the Google Maps overlay allows you to lay down the track as accurately as you want. So, for example, these tracks are almost bang on to where they are in real life. That is how this sort of route building is possible. Well, this one is Basingstoke to Exeter, so yeah, it's pretty massive. This being Exeter and this being Basingstoke. In fact, if we go over here, we can work out exactly how far it is. Okay, so milepost 48 at Basingstoke. But if we go all the way out and then back to Exeter. Exeter 172. So 172 minus, where was it? $172 minus 48. 124 miles. So yeah, that's how far this extends. Where's Waterloo? So this part, so the Southwestern network is split into what would be 4 routes. This is one of them, and this one in particular is just Basingstoke to Exeter. If I went all the way to Waterloo, I'd effectively be copying asset for asset another route, so I don't see the point in that. So what essentially would happen is you would do a scenario from Exeter to Basingstoke, and then you would get onto the Waterloo, Southampton, and Portsmouth route, and then you would do the other parts there. So if you're going to do a scenario from Exeter to London, then you'd have to do it in multiple parts. But Waterloo is included in the other route, but it's just not this one. Yeah, Portsmouth and Southampton route includes Waterloo. So Portsmouth and Southampton route will so this route kind of links up with this at Basingstoke. So you're gonna have 2 Basingstokes effectively, one on this route and the other on the Portsmouth Southampton route. So you could do one part to Basingstoke from Exeter on this route, and then the next part from Basingstoke to Woking, Clapham, and Waterloo. You could only drive to Portsmouth from Waterloo. What do you mean? That's the whole point of this entire project. So one could link up to... The entire point of this entire project is to be able to go to certain areas. So that's one of the things this project includes, is Waterloo to Southampton. Well, on the free route you technically can. Yeah, you can't on the Portsmouth Direct Line. No, not at the moment. But on the free route you could go to Southampton, but you can't go to Southampton on the Portsmouth Direct Line. How do you access Southampton from Waterloo? So on the original Portsmouth Direct Line, you can't. But what I've done is I've taken that route, cloned it, and gone into the editor and laid the track from Woking to Southampton. That's how you do it. That's how one would achieve Waterloo to Southampton. I hope that makes a little more sense. So, what is it exactly that you're confused about? No, you can't. So on the 2018 Portsmouth Direct Line, you can't go to Southampton. No, you can't. No. about I finish up on this area and then I show you what exactly is happening. Then hopefully that will make a bit more sense. Marge, you still with me? Or... Mike, I'm assuming that might be your name, but it might not be. Welcome to the stream. So that should do Basingstoke. Mike, you're the one who asked if Crewcomb was going to be involved, if I remember correctly. Were you the one that wanted to know whether Crewcomb was going to be involved? Right. So remember I answered your... I hope my answer to your question about whether Crewcomb was going to be involved was good enough. If you needed a little more proof, got it right here. And in fact, I've actually done it up a little bit. So let's just load. Just give it a minute while it loads. Yeah, so when it comes to stations, this is the kind of thing I'm looking at, as in how much detail I'm looking for. So going to play. So this is what Crewcomb is at the moment. Yeah, this is the kind of detail I'm looking for. So if you look at the footbridge, so obviously I think there's a housing development going on over here. So hope it looks relatively alright. Right, I think I've done enough here. Just turn off. I've turned off display while I switch routes. I'm glad you think it looks good. I tried to make things as realistic as I can while using the least amount of resource possible. Having said that, there are a few requirements to that. I think I used the Just Trains Common Library for a few assets. PDE is obviously getting involved, but other than that, I don't think you need very much. How much will this route cost? As I've mentioned many times, I don't know whether this will have a price or not. I think it's a bit too early at the moment to decide, given that I haven't started scenery yet. I say I haven't started scenery, I've done the stations, but I haven't done like foliage and buildings outside of stations and that. So it's too early. It's too early to tell how much this route will cost, whether it will cost or whether it will be free. But that will be decided at a later date. Apologies for the blank screen. The simulator's taking a bit to load into the other route. Having said that, I'm already in. Right. Turn on display. Okay. That's what I'm paid. So, Imad, just to resolve any confusion, so what's happened is I've taken the Portsmouth Direct Line, the 2018 version, that went to Waterloo and down to Portsmouth, and what I've done is, if I go here to Woking, so this direction. So the portal to Brookwood was about here, I think just after the bridge. So all I've done is I've gotten the track and just gone further with it. So I cloned the route last year, and that's what I mean by the extension. Although this is technically an extension to an extension, because the PDL 2018 is technically an extension of the PDL 2012, I think it was, from Woking to Portsmouth. They extended it to Waterloo and now I've extended it to Basingstoke, Southampton, and back to Portsmouth this way. Right, so we are going to finally complete labelling Eastleigh, or Eastleigh Works. So Eastleigh Works is so massive you can actually see it. You can see the outline of it from all the way out here. So I just zoom in and teleport. 3 concurrent viewers right now. How are we all doing? Hope we're all having a great day. Let the track load. So here for Eastleigh Works, I've not done what I've done here and had a gradient to it. So you see on the bottom row, 1 in 550, it's a decline, 1 in 550, particularly up here, because it doesn't really allow for a loop, because then it involves some pretty hefty maths. So I just simply made it level, 1 in 0. Just made it level. Most of this is labelled. So you got train and rolling stock maintenance depot over here. The LWR depot there. You got the, I want to say depot carriage sidings. I think that's what it stands for. Got that going there. You got the marshalling yard, Marcroft siding. I think these are where they are. If you know anyone who's got some deep inside knowledge of Eastleigh Works, and I'd be happy to have a talk. But I believe these are the aggregate sidings. To be honest, I didn't know what these were. I thought I just put in one that was missing. But these here I've got as hang on a minute, let me get my document up. What have I got? That. Not Arlington. Did I get Arlington? No. Okay, so that's down there. Marshalling yard, that can go. Eastleigh generator, that can go. Okay, so I've got Arlington ZG as I've plonked there because I knew it was in this sort of region, and I know it's in this region because a train that went here passed a signal that is about here. So I need to, well, I should do that as well at some point. Yeah, Arlington ZG, I think that might actually be over here. That might be over here. Because then you've got Eastleigh Works GBRF and Eastleigh Works Alstom. That's what we're going for over here. So generally you can tell which one's which based on the satellite imaging. So I reckon this is GBRF, given the fact that they've got HST sets here. So this being GBRF, although actually no, yeah, I think Alstom would be the one to use a depot building. So look, it's easily switched downable, so it's fine. Right, so we're looking at, this is, yeah, that's a bit too close there, but it's part of the thing, that's part of the thing. I asked how 3 people were, and they just left. Joys of being a small streamer. Eastleigh Works. And what did I say this was? GBRF, yeah. Great British Rail Freight. 1. So after all the track and track properties and track infrastructure, after all that is done, I can then move on to scenery, which will take up a huge chunk of time, but generally speaking, is this not? No, actually, I'm going to do it as far as. Is it just you working on the route? As I said in the video describing it, yes, I have taken this on myself. It was probably going to be a better idea working in a team, but I don't think I have the tools to do that. So yeah, case in point, it's just me working on this route. It's interesting looking at the works here from the satellite imaging. It kind of just looks like they've just gathered the trains that they're not going to scrap, but they're going to preserve or store, and they've just sort of looked at this area and just thought, yeah, they'll just chuck it there. It's very interesting. Oh, yeah, that was okay. Am I going to use test trains when I complete it? Test trains as in... Well, am I going to have test trains in scenario, or... What do you mean? Am I going to test the track on the route? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not quite following. I have actually tested the main line, so let's zoom out here. So I have tested numerous times Southampton to Woking to check to see if there are any cracks in development. Like at one point on the main line, I think it was between Winchester and Micheldever. Line speed limit is I think 100, and I came across a single point where the speed limit I had not set to 100 and instead was 90, so I marked that down and then I went back and patched that. But yeah, I'll test out the stuff at the depot and all that, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I've tested this area so much that I don't know if I really need to. How long have I been route building in Train Sim? A couple of years. I sort of been playing around with the editor until I decided to take this on. Okay, yeah, they are. I've done enough route building, particularly with track, to know certain methods on how to do certain things. So I hope the music's not too loud. Yeah, so this track is AP enhanced, but it's also got the reskin pack from Alan Thompson's sim. And I think that pack also had JT signaling texture. So this is AP enhanced. It's quite close, but it's not pure AP enhanced. It's got another thing going for it. But you don't necessarily need the AP track in order to get this. You just need PDE. So I need. I'll do the Arlington signs first. I'll actually extend this all the way up this way. There you go. So when it comes to testing on this route, I can make a few scenarios, and I could live stream those if that is something that any of you want. So for example, between Southampton and Portsmouth, I could do Southern, or I could do First Great Western or Great Western Railway as it is today, anything like that. So that is Arlington, ZG and GBRF works done. It's just Eastleigh Works, Alstom, and then the track property, so make it all none or third rail depending on where it is, and 15 miles an hour, and then it's done. And then that would be, oh yeah, of course, signalling as well. I almost forgot signalling. Oh dear. Why bother doing these three here? I mean, you got locos. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the GBRF here. So what am I making up to? The GBRF 14. These will be GBRF locos, this will be GBRF 15, I think it is. So, yeah, let's put that in. I don't know if this runs all the way through the building. I guess I'll wait for Just Trains to come out with theirs, as they'll have more research. But other than that, this should be fine. this is GBRF Alston. Let's get us started. Just GBRF Alston and then it's nearly done. I'll actually quickly save the moment in the event that it crashes and I lose all my progress. So thank you for the like, by the way. Whomever did that, thank you for the like. Yeah, this route's quite large, so saving does take its time. I think it takes a couple of minutes. Certainly taking its time. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it would take this long, but simulator's sure taking its time. Mind you, one time I made a change to a copy of Just Trains' Western Main Lines, which includes Paddington to Penzance and Cardiff, and all of that. I made one slight change to the track, and I think it took 15 minutes to save. It was absolutely insane. Hello viewer, yeah, it's a very boring part of the stream. If this keeps up, I won't have time to do it on stream. Right, okay, so it's that kind of issue. Yeah, I wonder if my game is hung. Right, I'm going to end the stream there because I'm quickly running out of time, and I think the game is just froze. So wish me luck. I hope it's gonna be okay. Right, I'll see you in the next stream. In the next stream, I should have everything done, and I should be ready to do mileposts. And is that I should be ready to do mileposts on the third rail. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.